Welcome to our tutorials today. I want to show you how to find the LCM of algebraic terms. We have the question on the board that says find the LCM of the following. LCM means lowest common multiple. So we have number 1, a minus 1 and a plus 1. Then number 2, x and x plus 5. Then number 3, we have x and x squared minus x. Now let's begin solving. Now we're going to use a table to solve these questions. So the first one, which is a minus 1 and a plus 1. So this is a term, this is also a term. Now we will write it like this. The first term, put it here. The second one, a plus 1. Now if you like, you can arrange it based on their signs. I might just decide to write this first or decide to write this first. It's still the same thing, meaning instead of this first, I would have written this one here and then this one here, but it's still the same thing. Now, since these are both terms and they are not the same, so we will look for a term that can divide this term or this term, either this or this, without a remainder. A term that can divide either of this exactly, that means without a remainder. And if you discover there is no term except the same terms that are here, so the only term that can divide a minus 1 or divide a plus 1 is either I use a minus 1 to divide this and it can't divide this, or I use a plus 1 to divide this but it cannot divide this. So what I'll do is this. Sorry, I'll pick the first one, a plus 1. Let's use this term. A plus 1 divides this. It cannot, so we'll repeat it since it can't divide it, because this is plus and here is minus. So but this can divide this, so this gives it 1. So meaning this is what I mean, a plus 1 over a plus 1, yes, this a plus 1 over this a plus 1 cancels this, so you just have only 1 here. So but it cannot divide this because the signs are not the same. Then the next thing that can divide, since you already have 1 here, so the only term that can divide this without a remainder is the same term. So we have a minus 1. A minus 1 divides this. Let's still have it like this. When you divide this, what you have is 1. So that is all. So what you will do is this. It means that the LCM is going to be equals to, this multiplies each other. So to be a plus 1 multiplying a minus 1. So this is the LCM for this first one. Now the next thing is question 2. Question 2 says x and x plus 5. So the same way, we create a table, put the first term and the next term plus 5. We'll have this table. Now the same approach you will follow. What is the term that can divide either this, or a term that can divide both this and this? So if it can divide either of the two, you use it. If it can divide all of them, you use it. Now if you discover the only term that can divide either this or this will be x, or x plus 5. So what I do is, let's start with the list x. X will divide this, you have 1. But x cannot divide this because this is not x, this is 5. X cannot divide x plus 5 without a remainder, so that will not work. So what I'll have, I'll repeat it, I'll write it down since it cannot divide it exactly. So I'll have it repeated. So after I've done that, since here is already 1 and this is the term I want to divide, so the only term that can divide this term without remainder is the same term, which is this. So when you use it, you can put it in a bracket. When you use this, it divides this 1 just 1 time. So the LCM is going to be equals to x open bracket x plus 5. This is your answer. Or sometimes you can have it as x squared plus 5x if you want to open the bracket. Now the last question is question 3, which says that x and x squared minus x. Now you create the same table, the table also x squared minus x. Now what is the term, the same way we said, that can divide either this, or can divide both terms? So if you discover x, when you put x here, x divides this x is 1. X will divide this x. This is just like x times x. So if you are dividing it over x, you cancel it, so you have 1x left. So there will be 1x left here, and this x cancels it, you have 1 left. Now the next thing to do is this. Since here is already 1, so the only term that can divide this will still be this same term. So we have x minus 1 put in a bracket. It cancels, this is 1. So your LCM here, LCM is going to be equals to x open bracket x minus 1. Or you can leave it as opening the bracket x times x is x squared minus x times 1 is just x. So this can be any of the answer. Either you leave it like this as this or in this form. So thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, to share and to subscribe, and please any comment feel free to send to us. Thank you.